Hey everybody, welcome to Encouraging Tuesday. I've got my friend Hobie with me here today because he's going to help me take a look at a story that's a little bit familiar to you. It's a story of Noah and the Ark. It takes place in Genesis 6 through 9. You remember that story as he was locked up for 40 days and 40 nights with his family, the people that he loved the most. And after that amount of time, you can imagine, as you're going through some of this, what it's like to be able to finally be set free. We look forward to that day. In the midst of the story, the ark comes to land on dry land and he gets out. The very first thing he does is plant a vineyard. Right after that, he makes wine. And right after that, he gets drunk. After having been locked up for 40 days and 40 nights with the people that he loves the most, it drove him a little bit crazy and he just got drunk. The first thing. In the midst of that, he was naked and he had three sons. His youngest son, Ham, walked into a cave and found his father naked and went and told his other two brothers. The other two brothers went and saw this, and they walked into the cave backwards with a blanket over their shoulders, and they covered their father's nakedness. They chose not to look upon it, and in the midst of that to cover him because they understood what it was like for him to go through it. This story is an interesting story. There's no criticism of Noah getting drunk at all. The criticism is of the younger son, Ham, who comes and judges his father and then gossips about his father. Sometimes as we're going through tough times, it brings out the worst in us. At other times, it brings out the best. Ham is an example of how sometimes these opportunities of going through life that are tough bring out the side of us that's not favorable, that judgmental side, that side where we call attention to somebody else's faults. But it also calls attention to the other side of us that it brings out. These two brothers who choose to cover and be kind to their father in the midst of that. As a result, Ham is not rewarded and the other two brothers are. We always have a choice, don't we? These times shouldn't bring out judgment in us because our words are powerful, nor should it be bringing out unkindness, but rather it should be bringing out the best in us. So I want to encourage you today, when you're tempted to kind of point out the faults of those around you and be a little bit short and a little bit grumpy, remember how God has been gracious to you and the power of your words. Make sure that you're lifting one another up with your words rather than tearing one another down. A kind word can change the world. People have stories throughout their lives of one single person that lifted up in them and encouraged them and believed in them. As a result of it, it changed their lives. I know that you can change somebody's life today. And you know what? When you seek to make somebody else's day better, it makes your day better as well. When you seek to be a blessing, you're the one that's blessed. Be blessed this day. Hope to see you again soon.